Temp doing big things with Elevate this weekend. The youngsters, man, really putting on a show so far. We're going to start things off with Octane. He had a pretty good S&D game, a very slow hardpoint game. I want to see how does he kick things off here. He's sticking with the bow as usual, and already he's going to connect on some stuns. Crim6 pushing him, and it looks like Justus is going to win the opening fight. Will Merck to make a push for the flag.
I haven't watched Octane play too much, but I've heard he's been doing really, really well. And it seems like he's going to be the type of player just hold on the middle of the map, and then you have Study. Obviously, he's pushing up, trying to make a play here. It's really smart, hoping that the other team kind of just runs by and Optic won't be paying attention to him. And it looks like he might be able to get a flag pull here.
And you can see on that mini-map the activity. Justus trying to back away. Study has no idea where Optic is going to be coming off the respawn. Everyone's spawning up in the middle of the map, though. Optic, they have 4 players caravanning back. You see Karma knife out, sprinting straight for him. Scum. Oh, Study is able to get one. No, he is not able to stop it. Karma going to put in flag number 1 here for Optic Gaming.
That's a really tough position for Study to be in, because I know that all too well. When you push for the flag and your teammates die,
right,
it's the worst feeling ever, because then you're just in a position where you need to try and make a play. And Optic did a great job of going back and making sure that there was no players in the base and taking out Study for the cap.
Formal backing up wisely here on defense. You see TCM threatening from just around the corner. TCM pulling out the ASM-1 will be cut down. Merc thinking about poking out over at Ziggs, and it looks like you're going to see some spawns coming up here from Optic. It's Formal who's going to be in the tunnels, caught off guard. It's going to be a pretty slow moment, I have a feeling. Neither team able to get to each other's flag quite yet. The defense too strong.
Yeah, I really like that play by Merc. He was being very methodical, just trying to pick up a kill for his team and try and get some sort of map position so they can push up for a flag. But it looks like Study, like from what I've seen, he's just going to be kind of playing that sneak role, trying to get a flag out. So it's going to be really important that Justus can start getting some kills so that they can get the flag and advance it through the map. But Optic is just putting so much pressure on right now. And this is what they're best at. Just all 4 players coordinating and pinching together and getting flags out. And then you see Scump, who obviously is just kind of, just staying alive right now. But that's just Optic's strong suit, is just pinching and being so aggressive together.
We saw that in the search. Scump behind enemy lines picks up 1 opponent jumping right over his head. He's going to get tagged up in the back if he goes for this pull. But Scump maneuvering very wisely around this map. You see nothing but blue. Optic is going to clear the way, and Karma is going to help spring Scump down the middle. Look at the respawns here. No one going to be able to stop Scump, and this will be a 2-0 game in favor of Optic.
That's just textbook Optic gaming right there. Scump's been doing a good job of getting flags out, as I made my departure, and him and Crim6 are always being so aggressive. But it's the best thing in the world when you're in the base and you get the flag out and all your teammates just pick up a 3-piece just like that. And then you saw Scump with the awareness to turn around and get that final kill. But I don't think Justus is out of this yet. Ascend is a map where flags can go back and forth very quickly. So as long as they can pick up some kills, maybe get a sneak pull out, I think they'll be just fine.
Now, Matt, after stepping down, Karma stepped in to fill your shoes. What do you like about Karma as a player? Right now, the man is 9-7 and really helped with not only scoring the first flag, but getting Scump home for the second one.
Well, Optic did extremely well at ESWC and Gfinity with Enable, which I knew they were going to do. And when I decided to leave the team, like, Karma is one of the most interesting players to watch, and he's without a doubt one of the best 3 players to ever play Call of Duty, and I will say that for a fact. So knowing that he was going to take my position, I knew they were going to find success. And when you watch him play, he's just so unorthodox. Like, when I watch his movement, I'm actually surprised, because the things that he does, I just don't ever even think to do them. And that's just why he picks up those nitty-gritty kills that I normally wouldn't get. So just watching Karma play, if you were going to watch a stream and watch somebody kind of move out throughout the map, Karma's definitely the player to watch and take some notes on what he does.
We saw Scump playing this position a little bit earlier. Bit different here, as Crim's just going to go for the pull, trusting the teammates to play defense, and they hold strong. 2 from Scump, a 3rd from Formal, and a 3rd cap from Crim. Optic, textbook CTF play right here, and in a lot of situations that could go wrong. If your teammates aren't able to get the kills, that is a counter cap for sure. But Crim able to get this one home, just trusting the slaying power of his teammates. We're going over to Merc, though. Merc threatening for the flag, needs to win this one-on-one, and he's going to get help. Actually, Octane flying through. Can Octane now get this flag out? Optic's D so strong right now as Scump 14-6 is going to shut that one down.
Yeah, Scum picking up that two-piece was really big because you saw that since he cleared out those players in his base, he got his teammates to spawn right behind him. And I thought that was really big for Justus to try and get that flag out. Because like even though they're down 3-0, if you can get one flag on the first side, you get some momentum going to the second side, then it doesn't seem as insurmountable. But right now, I just want to see TCM. Or Justus. I want to go back and watch them for the second side and see what they have planned to try and make this comeback, because they need to start getting aggressive, start getting flags up.
Optic 3-0 after our first 5 minutes. This one's not over yet, but Justus definitely needs a spark going into our second side. Who is the player to watch? That's the question for me. Octane, I had questions around him. The man is 14-10, but that is not enough. You need more out of Study. Is the sneak roll still a viable strategy in CTF?
No, without a doubt it is, especially for this map. I mean, with how many lanes there are, you have underground, then you have tunnels, and then you have just so many different ways to get to the flag. You can really make the map your own, especially with the movement on this game. And that's why I'm not a big fan of Ascent CTF, just because how fast you can get around with overclock, and just it's so hard to keep track of all the players. And you saw a Study right here, like he pushed to the base, and without anybody even seeing him. Obviously, Optic didn't send anybody over to tunnels, but they got 3 down, and this flag right off the rip could be huge for them. Going into the second side.
We said they needed a spark. Study trying to give it to him. You see great cover. Merc picked up one. There is one player at the base. Will he stop him? No. Study is going to get the kill on Scump as well. Great start here on the second side. Justus is on the board, and it only took him 36 seconds here on the second side. Study continuing to rip it up. 3 straight kills before falling, but it's coming down to Octane to play some defense. Nice one-on-one against Formal, and on the opposite side of the map, Merc was primed for a pull. Good awareness by Scump to clear out the base before pushing forward. Yeah,
they're right back in it. One of the things that I think we struggled a little bit when I was on Optic is kind of rotating back and watching lanes on this map specifically, just because I would overextend every time I spawn. So I want to see Optic kind of make sure that when they spawn back up that they rotate back to flag and get the cuts so that nobody can sneak, because that's obviously what Study is going to be looking to do the entire side. But they got 3.5 minutes left here. That was a huge flag for Justus, and I really think, like, I mean, Scump's doing a really good job getting these kills right now, but I still think Justus has a chance with this if they could start slaying and get some more sneak pulls.
And those were some big kills from TCM. Just got 2 in the challenge up top. It looks like Octane going to be able to keep this one alive with the help of Merc. Both flags going now in favor of Justus on the second side. They're only down 1. You called it, Matt. Justus not out of it yet. Despite Scump being at 22-10, Justus is getting the clutch kills they need.
Yeah, that was huge for them right there. And it looks like Optic's going to get a flag out. And Scump's just doing an amazing job getting kills mid-map, then pushing up and playing methodically enough to make sure that he doesn't die within the base as he gets there. But obviously, Justus just got that return. And Study's actually going to get a pull out here. If they can get that final kill right to the right at light. But Karma, with a huge 2-piece and gets that return, that was huge right there. I can't even lie.
Karma really the only one in position to stop that from being a full cap, and he clutched up 2 kills, the return coming through. Optic still with the lead, taking it back over to Scump, though. Every time I watch this man, I'm just amazed by the way he's able to slay so quickly and get into the power positions. He's going to fall, calls it out to Karma. Karma able to take out TCM. So Optic knows their base is clear. On the opposite end, you're going to see a flagpole coming from Crim 6. Where does he decide to go? He's going to try and run this one right up the gut.
Crim 6 always has most unorthodox routes, and it always blew me away when he would finally get a flag back to the base, and he'd be laughing the entire time just because he was just so proud of himself. And obviously he gets taken out there right by Octane. But yeah, you were talking about Scump, and it looks like Study's might be able to get a flag out here, but Formal's doing a good job with defense with the battle in their base. But Scump, this is like the perfect map for him, honestly. You know, he's one of the best players just because he knows how to prioritize playing the objective before getting kills or getting kills before playing the objective. Like, he just is so aware of what's going on in the map, and that's the one thing that just separates him from other players, is he just is always so vigilant of what's going on and make sure he gets his kills. And right there, he's putting so much pressure on the base, and he's getting another flag pull out, and then you see everybody from Optic kind of rotating back. We got Study who's kind of going for the long route here to see if he can make a play on this flag, and Scump's going to have way too much to handle, and Study's going to get that return. Big
plays from Study, and Merc has been a monster. 22 and 21. Every time there's an objective play, Merc is involved somehow. And there is Study continuing to lay down some cover fire. The flag not getting very far. Scump is going to shut down Merc on the pull. Double stuns going out. Study going to try and pull this, but a little bit of confusion. It's TCM going for the grab. Study's got to slay out. Both players are going to fall, and that's just when the communication breaks down.
I want to go on board with Merc for the rest of this map because we got a minute left, and he's just the veteran here. He's going to be telling these guys exactly what to do for these last couple seconds, and they need to get a flag here. And I think Merc is going to be the one to make the play and kind of coordinate it for everybody. He's trying to pick up these kills middle map, and it looks like he is going to get taken out by Scump.
And we'll see, will they be able to finish strong? Study is making his move across, and we are going to see Study sneak past one. He's got a teammate backing him up as well, so all he's got to do is win this one-on-one, and it's probably Formal up there. Yes, it is. 2 down for Optic. Study, can he get past Formal? Shots coming in. Teammate unable to cover. Formal holding strong, picks up 2 and a third. Formal beasting it and securing the win for Optic Gaming. There's one last push here from Justus, but they are running out of time, Matt.
That was huge 3-piece by Formal, and that's just what he's going to do right there with the bow. You know, obviously they had a minute left, and I know for a fact Matt was just in the booth saying, all right, I'm sitting here, I'm getting these kills for us, and they're not going to get another flag out. That was very, very close.
Great job from Optic Gaming. Close games, though. Justus takes them to round 11, and then it goes to a 1-point round at the final finish there of CTF. I thought Justus was going to tie things up, Matt.
Yeah, they were coming very close right there. They had that final push with about a minute left, but Formal just picking up that huge 3-piece, like I said, and that's just what he does for his team. He just stays in the back and picks up those kills, and that's hard to beat. But Justus, that was a really good attempt. I really thought that they were going to bring that back, but you know, it's